I call this meeting to order. My name is Monica Schmucker. I'm the appointed special magistrate to hear today's code enforcement proceeding as provided for in Chapter 2, Article 5 of the Fort Myers Beach Land Development Code and Florida Statutes, Chapter 162. I just ask that everybody silence their cell phone at this time if you haven't already. This is a quasi-judicial hearing, which means it's similar to a case in court, but the rules are less formal. My role is to fairly and objectively review today's case, apply the facts and evidence before me to the law. Formal rules of evidence do not apply, but fundamental due process will apply and will govern the proceedings. We only have one case on today's agenda, but before I move into that, let's do the approval of the minutes. I have already read over the minutes. It's December 4th, 2024, and I have no changes. So I can go ahead and sign this draft here, this printout?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. And that's done. All right, we have no continued cases or parking enforcement cases, correct? Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, so in the first case that we'll be calling, the town will have the burden of proof, will present the case. The alleged violator will then have an opportunity to speak, present evidence, and refute the town's allegations. Do we have that person here or entity? No, okay. After the hearing, I will issue an order with findings of fact and conclusions of law and any relief that I will be affording. It will be either immediately or within 15 days after the hearing. At this time, I'd like to ask anybody who's going to provide testimony to please stand up to be sworn in. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. I understand we have one case, which is 32 Fairview Boulevard, Selhart Properties, case number 2024-0680. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can proceed.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Officer Batt. I'm a code compliance officer with the town of Fort Myers Beach. I've served the capacity for approximately 10 months with 5 years prior experience elsewhere. I've been sworn in and will provide testimony and documentation regarding this case. Our documentation is attached to the agenda as exhibits, and we ask that all documents are accepted into evidence.
I have looked at A through E, but give me a second. I know you just gave me F separately. Okay, yes. All of the exhibits can be admitted.
We bring before you Fort Myers Beach Code Enforcement Case number 2024-0680. The subject property is located at 32 Fairview Boulevard, Fort Myers Beach, Florida 33931. Exhibit A contains the documentation and the respondent Selhart Properties LLC owns the real property that is subject of this code enforcement case. Included in Exhibit A is a copy of the warranty deed, a copy of Lee County Tax Collector receipt, a copy of Lee County Property Appraiser, and a copy of Florida Division of Corporations record showing Registered Agents Incorporated as the registered agent for Selhart Properties LLC. The subject property is not currently homesteaded, and there is no evidence that the subject property is eligible for homestead exemption in the Lee County Tax Collector's records at this time. The subject property is not currently, I apologize. On July 23rd, 2024, I observed Selhart Properties LLC in violation of the Town of Fort Myers Beach Code of Ordinances, specifically the maintaining of structures on property in need of repair and or demolition. An example to, but not limited to, shuttered windows indicating broken or improperly installed, missing and or sections of fence, diminished tarp on roof indicating damaged and or improperly installed, etc. True, accurate, and unaltered copies of the pictures taken on the date of first site inspection have been marked as Exhibit B and introduced into the record. A notice of violation was issued on July 24th, 2024, and sent by certified mail return receipt to the property owner's address of record. Specifically 7901 4th Street North, number 300, St. Petersburg, Florida 33702. Sent via certified mail receipt to the registered agent's address of record 7901 4th Street North, number 300, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33702. Posted at Town Hall, located at 2731 Oak Street, Fort Myers Beach, Florida, 33931. And a copy uploaded to Town of Fort Myers Beach website for publication. A copy of the notice of violation was also posted to the subject property located at 32 Fairview Boulevard, Fort Myers Beach, Florida 33931, on July 25th, 2024. True, accurate, and unaltered copies of these documents were including a copy of Section 2-429, have been accepted in Exhibit C. Selhart Properties LLC was given 30 days to come into compliance with the Town of Fort Myers Beach ordinances, which was on or before August 28th, 2024. I performed a re-inspection of the subject property on December 17th, 2024, and the subject property has done some work towards abatement, but remains in violation of the Town of Fort Myers Beach ordinances, and is now into the 6th month without full compliance nor any contact. Based on my re-inspection of the subject property, I prepared an affidavit of non-compliance, a true, accurate, and unaltered copy of which has been marked as Exhibit D and accepted into the record. As a result of the subject property owner's failure to bring the subject property into full compliance with International Property Maintenance Code, Chapter 6-2, Section Q 110.1 of the Town Code, they were provided with a notice of code enforcement hearing for today's hearing as established in Exhibit C. Chapter 6-2, Section Q 110.1 of the Town Code has been accepted into evidence as Exhibit E. Your Honor, at this time I would like to ask permission to add in Exhibit F, which I passed to you earlier. A copy of the affidavit of posting, a copy of the notice of today's hearing, a copy of photo of certified mail receipt, a photo of notice of hearing posted on January 3rd, 2025, to the violation property located at 32 Fairview Boulevard, Fort Myers Beach, Florida 33931. A photo of the notice of hearing posted on January 2nd, 2025, to Town Hall located at 2731 Oak Street, Fort Myers Beach, Florida 33931. A copy of the posting to Town Hall website for publication, and a photo of the condition of the property at this time of reinspection, at the time of reinspection on January 9th, 2025, prior to today's hearing. All documents are true, accurate, and unaltered copies. Based on my sworn testimony and the evidence...
Sorry, that's been admitted, so. Yeah.
Based on my sworn testimony and the evidence that has been presented to you, including the exhibits within the agenda packet, on behalf of Town of Fort Myers Beach, I am requesting an order be issued finding a violation of Chapter 6-2, Section Q 110.1, including an order to correct the above listed violations, and or the imposition of an administration fee of $250 to cover costs in bringing this matter before the special magistrate. A fine not to exceed $250 for each day. Each violation continues past the date of compliance, or $500. For each day each violation was repeat, and for such other and further relief as is consistent with the powers of the special magistrate. Thank you.
Thank you. You said that there was some work towards abatement?
There has been. It's basically down to the remainder of the fence that's falling, sections missing, broken. And unfortunately, I've had no contact with the property owners.
Ever, or just in?
Ever.
Okay.
So they must have received a notice of some sort, considering work's been done at all.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, and I was just checking to make sure that the addresses all match up, but it looks, I mean, it does, so. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me just take a look at this. Of all of the items that you have here, you're saying it's the fence, the windows.
The windows and shutters have all been removed from the windows, should I say. I no longer can locate the tarp on top of the roof. The grass has been mowed.
Okay.
Not recently, but it has been mowed. I can tell the difference, in time lapse, but the fence is still,
Okay. All right, that works. I will issue an order allowing them, and I'll do this quickly so that they can get service of it, but I'll issue an order allowing them 21 days, so 3 weeks, so that they could get some time to bring the rest of it up to compliance. And thereafter, if they're found to be in violation, then it'll start then. We'll start a fine. And the statute does allow for automatic order if they're not in compliance, but I do have to be notified. So, I'll issue the order. It'll be 3 weeks that they have. Thereafter, it will be $250 a day that if they do not come into compliance, and they will still regardless be responsible for the $250 administrative charge. And then I would like to see if they do bring it into compliance or if we need to thereafter do anything further, so.
so would you like to say there's a compliance date of 3 weeks from today, or after the order's issued?
No, 3 weeks from today, so
Okay.
it'll be the 4th.
The 4th, okay. That way I can make sure to mark it on our files.
Yeah, for the remainder, whatever they need to do. So I'll issue the order so we can get it served on them, and they'll have until the 4th to bring it into compliance. And thereafter, if they don't, it will start accruing fines.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anything else that order needs to address?
No, that was it.
Did I miss anything? Okay. All right, good. And then it'll automatically, the fine will automatically, so my order will have it so that it automatically does,
Yeah.
but we'll want to know when they do come into compliance or not.
If it is brought into compliance by chance by the 4th, we will still be asking for the 250.
Yes, the
administration fees.
250 administration fee will be, they'll be responsible for regardless.
Okay.
And also, I'll put on the order that they have the responsibility to contact you so that you know when they are, when it is brought into compliance. If nobody hears from them, then it's assumed that they have not
Mhm.
fulfilled the order, so the fine will begin to accrue at that point.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? Yep. All right. Let me go back to my agenda. And so that's it, right?
That's it.
I'm looking at the wrong agenda, but okay. All right, that's it.